Today we'll recap a 2018 horror thriller film named Along Came the Devil. After a troubled childhood, Ashley searches for a connection and unknowingly becomes connected to a demonic force. Kindly remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. At the beginning of the movie, we see two sisters, Ashley and Jordan, who are missing their mother Sarah because she was not with them. Then their dad comes there and scolds them to keep quiet. He was talking very rudely with them and kept them both in a closet. He tells them to shut their ears, and then we hear a woman laughing from behind. Then Jordan sees her dad with a woman, after which she falls asleep. Now later a woman whispers her name, which wakes her up, and she sees that Ashley is not there. Jordan comes looking for her in the bathroom where they see a figure, but she is the same woman. She gets angry seeing them and leaves from there. And the angry dad starts hitting them. Now the movie forward 10 years, where we see young Ashley who lives with Sarah's sister Tanya. Tanya asks her to go to church, but she refuses by making excuses. Then after some time, a photo frame placed on the table starts moving and falls and breaks. Ashley hears the sound and goes upstairs to check. On the other hand, we see a pastor named John in the church. Later, he is reading the book of his spiritual guide, Father Michael, and says that he did not know that he also does the work of demonology and exorcism. On which Father Michael says that he has left this work and he too should not read this book. Next, Ashley comes to her old house, and she came back to her hometown after 10 years. Here she realizes that someone is in the house, and the sound of whispering and giggling of girls starts coming. Some strange activities were also happening there. Here we also see the figure of a girl in the mirror. Then a ghostly voice whispers her name. Just then her childhood friend Hannah comes there, who is surprised to see her there. They are very happy to meet each other after such a long time, and Hannah asks her why did they leave all of a sudden. But Ashley just tells that they had gone to the north. Jordan got a scholarship at Penn State and now lives there. She then goes with Hannah to her house, where she learns that she has an interest in demonology and reads demonology books. Hannah invites her to hang out with her friends and tells her that Steve will be there too, who had a crush on her. On the other hand, when Tanya comes back home, she hears some noises from above, but when she goes to check, there is no one there. Ashley then comes there and asks Tanya for permission to go out with Hannah. Tanya lets her go by saying that she should come home early at night. They then reach the party where Hannah introduces Ashley to her friends, and Shane is overjoyed to see her. Both of them spend a good time remembering their childhood memories. Now at night, Hannah tells them about the EVP app and says that it can pick up any voice or activity from the spirit world. Now they all start joking, but Ashley hears the same ghostly whisper, and in a vision, she sees Jordan and herself where they have Sarah's ghost, and then Ashley screams out loud. She tells them that she saw her mother, after which she leaves there. Hannah tries to stop her, but she doesn't stop, and on the way again she sees the ghost of Sarah who was calling her name. Now Ashley starts running in fear and reaches near her house, where we see the ghost standing behind her. Now later, someone whispers Aunt Tanya, and hearing this she goes upstairs to check on Ashley. Ashley says she is fine and is taking bath, but then we see a shadow there, who grabs Ashley's head and drowns her in water, causing blood to ooze out of her mouth. But it was also a vision. After this, Tanya tells her that she looks exactly like her mother, and that the necklace she is wearing, she gifted to her mother on her 16th birthday. Now Ashley is missing Jordan here, and Tanya tells her not to be upset and that everything will be fine. Then in the night, when Ashley goes to the washroom, she realizes that someone has passed by from outside. Then she notices that the bathroom light turns on automatically. When she turns it off and goes from there, we see a shadow there. Now the next morning, Ashley's bed starts shaking badly, due to which she wakes up. Then she is going to school when we see John clicking her pics. Now on the way, Hannah asks her what has she seen last night. Ashley avoids it by saying that her mind keeps playing tricks on her. Later something happens to Ashley at school, which Tanya is called and told about. Hannah asks her if she saw her mother again, and says that she will come to her house tonight. Now Steve goes to drop her home when Tanya calls her, but she doesn't pick up her phone. Then Steve drops her at home, and she calls Tanya and tells her that she is fine. Now when she is studying at night, she hears loud banging. She goes out to check, where she does not find anyone. But as soon as she comes back, she hears the sound of a girl laughing. Then she goes to a room where she finds an open box with a Bible inside. And here we see a demon standing in the corner. Just then Hannah comes in and scares her, and Ashley thinks Hannah was making all the sounds. Hannah notices that there was a very bad smell coming from that room. After this, they try to contact Sarah's spirit by lighting candles in front of a mirror to find out what she wants from Ashley. Now Hannah tries to summon Sarah's spirit, and then they see her in the mirror. Then she asks Ashley to call her, and when Ashley calls her, they hear a demonic laugh and see a demon in the mirror standing behind them. But then Tanya comes there and turns on the lights. She too notices that Smell and Hannah leave from there. While leaving, she tells Ashley that they messed up, and that shadow was not of her mom. Now Tanya asks her about the school, but Ashley angrily tells her not to talk about it. Then Tanya asks her to watch a movie together to relax, after which both of them start watching the movie while talking about Sarah and then sleep there. As they sleep, Tanya sees a nightmare, where she sees Father Michael burning, who says he failed. Then she is with Sarah, who tells her that she is pregnant, and she hears demonic voices, which scares her. She asks Tanya to pray with her. Now when Tanya is praying, Sarah starts chanting something in a foreign language, and then the demon inside her asks her if she does not believe him, and suddenly she wakes up, and Ashley goes to sleep in her room. Next, Ashley wakes up after hearing some noise and she sees a lot of flies flying in the room. Then she hears growling and sees herself sleeping on the bed, and a demon comes over her. Seeing this, she gets very scared and the demon looks at her angrily, and suddenly she wakes up from sleep. Later, Tanya notices that she is eating food in a very strange way, and then she sees a mark on her shoulder. But Ashley does not let her see that, and she is also acting very strangely. Shane had come to pick her up for school, but she asks him to go on an adventure. Then both of them enjoy themselves a lot, and Ashley asks him to come closer to her, after which she starts kissing him very wildly. Here we see that she is possessed and she bites Shane's tongue, due to which blood starts coming out of his mouth, and he gets very angry at her. On the other hand, Tanya gets a call from school that Ashley has not come to school today. Tanya goes home to check on her, but she is not there, and a very bad smell is coming from her room. Here Hannah reads in the book that summoning spirits sometimes leads to demonic possessions. Here Ashley comes home and goes straight to her room, and Tanya goes to her room and sees that there is a lot of blood on her mouth. On the other hand, in the church, Father Michael is looking at the photos of Ashley that John had clicked. Just then John comes there and Father tells him that he is praying for forgiveness. Then John sits down with him and Father says that he wants to eliminate darkness from all souls, but he fails in it. To which John says that he would like to help him in this. On the other hand, the doctor tells Tanya that Ashley is fine, and that she had a nosebleed just because of stress. But Tanya was upset because of her, so the doctor refers her to a psychiatrist. Next, we see them both with Dr. Lyles, who prescribes antidepressant and sedatives for her. Now even after taking medicine, Ashley was not able to sleep properly. At night Hannah comes to see Ashley, and instead of ringing the bell, she throws small stones at her window. And when Ashley comes to the window, the demon is also standing behind her. Seeing this, Hannah gets scared and runs away from there. Now on the way, she gets a text from Ashley that why she was in such a hurry, and then a car coming from in front hits her. And here we see the same demon near the sleeping Ashley. Next, Tanya walks into her room where she sees the EVP app open on her phone, from which demon calls out her name. When Tanya turns off the phone, Ashley suddenly opens her eyes and falls asleep again. Now Tanya was very nervous seeing this, so she searches about these things on the internet and falls asleep there. The next day all the people of the town come to the church event where Tanya brings Ashley as well. But she did not seem to be in her senses, and as soon as she listens to the Bible, suddenly demon come inside her. She gets up and goes ahead, and the demon says that he thirsts Apostles' Creed and will feast on her soul. Saying this, she faints and falls there. Now Father tells Tanya to leave Ashley with her. He can help her. He tells that the same thing is happening to her as it happened to Sarah, so it is necessary for her to stay in the church. But Tanya says that she cannot leave Ashley in this condition, as she left Sarah, and then she takes her to the hospital. Next, Father Michael tells John that Ashley has been possessed by demons. He tried to save many people in his life by doing exorcism but could not save some, which shook his faith. John says that he will help him in this, and the Father tells him that in order to defeat the demon, they have to find out his name, but in this case, the demon will not reveal his name easily, because Ashley herself has invited the demons, and the same thing happened during Sarah's time. Then both of them go to Tanya's house, and during this time Father was also teaching John everything. He tells him about the 3 demonic stages of possession. The first is an infestation. The demon will be active in a place or space. Some of these signs are moving items, whispering, and foul smells. The second is oppression. This is when the demon is focused on one specific person. It takes the form of a loved one to earn trust. The final stage is possession. This is when a person invites a demon in, allowing it to take complete control. The only way to defeat it is by knowing its name and using it against him. Now the doctor comes to check on Ashley and goes to her room alone. Then Father and John also reach there, and John explains to Tanya that she will not be able to handle this alone. Tanya tells them that the situation is already bad and she does not know what to do. Then the sound of the demon comes from above, and when they go up, the demon has killed the doctor. Seeing this, John quickly ties Ashley to the bed and Father starts exorcism. Demon tells them that Ashley is not here and now her soul is his. Father tries to ask the demon his name, but he does not tell. Then Tanya also comes there and gets scared seeing Ashley's condition. The demon tells her that she did not believe her, after which he starts asking her for help in Ashley's voice. Now John takes Tanya out of the room and Father injects sedatives on Ashley. Now they take her to the church and start exorcism again, which was not having any special effect on the demon. The demon tells them that he is a god, but the Father tells him that he is just a coward demon who is hiding behind a girl. Father then asks him his name, but demon says that she herself invited him. After this, Father asks John to read the book with demon's name, and he puts a cross on Ashley's forehead, and the demon in agony frees his hands and stands up from the chair. But the Father sprinkles holy water on her, due to which she falls away. Then the lights are turned off and Father goes to the demon after lighting the candle. Here the demon says that he is God and he will punish the children for the mistakes of their parents. Then he starts moving toward Father and breaks his hand and runs into the forest. Now Tanya also follows her when Ashley asks her for help. But when Tanya approaches her, the demon bites her in the face. Then Father and John also come there and John takes Ashley back to the church. Now after a while, when Father and Tanya reach the church, they see that the demons had killed John as well. Now seeing this, Tanya starts crying badly, and the demon starts laughing out loud. Now the next morning Tanya calls Jordan and asks her to come back. Then the Father asks her to leave, but she does not go. After which the Father takes her to show her something. He shows her some possessed people who were kept in the cell, and among them was Ashley. Now Tanya is very sad seeing her condition. And then Father goes to the next cell and calls Sarah's name. And Tanya is shocked to see that her sister is still alive and is possessed. Tanya screams loudly seeing her, and the movie ends here. The next part will be coming soon. Thanks for watching.